Hey everyone, and welcome to the Millennial Motivation Podcast with me, James Hackney. Let's get inspired and let's get motivated. Welcome guys to the third episode of the Millennial Motivation Podcast. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to the episode. And it's funny, I was thinking earlier on today kind of about this podcast and how it's actually fitted into my routine. Now, I know that the past episode has been about your routine, and if you haven't listened to the second episode, if you haven't checked it out, I would advise heading over and listening to that first episode, as we really touch on implementing the first 3 habits of your morning routine. So head back to that one and then check back here to get the last 3 habits of your morning routine. Now, as I mentioned, creating this podcast, I've had to build my routine around the podcast and fit this in. Now, the reason for this is I am committing to working on this podcast because I am passionate about helping millennials like you and being able to work on this 2 to 3 hours a night after work until I'm able to go full time with this, and then working at the weekend 4 to 5 hours each day. I've had to commit to this routine, and it has come with sacrifices. And these are sacrifices of going out drinking with my friends, watching just TV, films, doing less important tasks, less of a priority as my podcast is now overtaken. And this is now one of the priorities in my life. Now, I had the self-desire and the self-belief to achieve my goals. And this is what you need. You have to commit to yourself and no one else that you will achieve, and that you believe that you can change your current situation immediately, little by little. And you can do this. If I can do this, if James Hackney can do this, you can do this as a millennial. And building your mindset and investing in yourself will be one of the greatest choices you'll ever make in your life. And why did I want to then change my routine from where I was back in my depressed state? And I know what it's like when you feel like you want to change your routine, but you don't know how. You don't have the mental capacity because you are constantly thinking about the depression, how sad you are, how upset, how everything's going wrong, all the negativity. And it's understandable to why you feel like you just cannot change, or you just don't have the energy to change. And it was really my light bulb moment of when I evaluated how I was feeling and how I wanted to feel and how I wanted to be remembered that kick-started this change in routine. Now, I realised that I wanted to be happier and was doing nothing to change that each day. So where would I expect to be if I wasn't changing my daily routine and my daily habits to make me happier? Where would I expect to be? There was no routine, so I'd wake up in the morning, and with no routine, it equaled no productivity, and I had no path for the day and no purpose. Now, tomorrow was always going to be the same if I don't do anything different. I'm going to feel the exact same if I don't change anything. And to change your current situation, you have to change. And the routine of just sitting around watching TV, letting life pass me by, wasn't going to change anything. Now, be the change you want to see in your life. If you want to build confidence, if you want to build positiveness and success, whatever success means to you from your current situation, you have to make a positive change forward. I know it might sound hard, but being as you are now at the moment in time will not get you any further in life. You've got to create some success habits and build on. You don't have to go all in and change everything. This is why I'm giving you some small changes that you can make and just focusing on your morning at the moment in time to create that momentum. You are unique, you are a miracle, and you are someone that has your own mind and your own thoughts. You are completely different from anybody else, so why settle for what you're settling for now? After implementing the habits, I feel awake, I feel alive, like I'm striving for something. I have a sense of purpose to get up in the morning, which is something that I never had before. Even though the achievements don't seem big achievements, they are huge in developing yourself. My routine at the moment in time, it goes like this. I wake up at 6 a.m. I have a couple of minutes in bed just to gather my thoughts, just to appreciate the day, just to appreciate waking up. Being able to open my eyes and have another opportunity at life to change and to develop and move forward. I then get out of bed I walk towards my gym kit, my running kit, and I put it on. I get out and I do some exercise. So that could be running, or that could be some press-ups or some sit-ups. I then come in, I have a shower, I meditate, and then I go and practice gratitude before having my breakfast. Now I'll touch on the remaining 3 habits in a little while. But what that has enabled me to do is to build the confidence, build the self-belief. I am up before most people and I've achieved something. I've achieved a lot of small things which make a big achievement. Don't underestimate your achievements, because everyone's achievements are completely different. So you should be celebrating this. Walk out the house, high-fiving, treat yourself. Once you start implementing these habits and routines, it creates momentum and sets the tone for the day. I've achieved something this morning. What else can I do with my day? It puts us millennials on the front foot. Now, would I be right and to be sat here thinking you're wishing for a routine to be able to do that, to have the mindset and the positiveness to get up every morning, to not be drawn back into bed, feeling how I am feeling now, and to have the transformation from where you are currently to be able to do this every single morning? Yes, I do have the days when I'm more tired and having to push myself more, but I always stick to the routine in them circumstances. And you'll be thinking, I wish I could do that, James. I wish I was able to get up earlier. I wish I was able to get out the house and to feel more positive and feel more alive. Now, don't be a wishful thinker. Don't waste your mental muscles just dreaming of an effortless way for success, for change. We don't become successful simply through luck. Your success comes from doing these things and mastering your daily routine. Don't count on luck for happiness, for fulfillment, motivation, and all the good things in life. Luck simply isn't designed to deliver these good things. Instead, just concentrate on developing these qualities in yourself and your daily routines and habits that will make you a winner. Don't be wishful in thinking to do this. Take action and do it. Now, we touched on the first 3 habits. Wake up on the first alarm, wake up earlier, and no social media for an hour. Now, when I say wake up earlier, you want to give yourself around about 1.5 hours more free time. Hence why I wake up at 6 a.m. when I used to wake up at 7:30 a.m. So now that we have more time and we have a clearer and peaceful mindset because we're not filling our mind with all the social media bullshit that goes around, what can we do with that time, James? So first of all, I've touched on these 3 already. The exercise. So you want to go and get some form of exercise. This could be a 10-minute walk, a 10-minute run, a 20-minute walk, a 20-minute run, even a home workout of 10 to 20 press-ups and sit-ups, or even better, hitting the gym. Some of us haven't got the facilities to go to a gym, so there's nothing wrong with doing a home workout. Now, get the mind and body stimulated, releasing them endorphins that will make you feel good, the natural chemicals, the natural stimulants. If you aren't the best runner, a 20-minute walk, listening to some music will help you dramatically build from there. You will be able to build up from this by just doing it each and every day and getting in that routine. And the exercise will put you on the front foot straight away. You're then going to come back and switch to the meditation. Now, after you shower, use an app, which is an amazing app, which I have no affiliate with. It's called Calm. It's around £40, I think, per year. And you can choose different themed courses to each week, to each day, based on how you feel and the areas in your life where you want to improve. Now, I was very speculative before I even tried meditation. Oh, it's not for me. I'm not into that kind of spiritual things. I couldn't be further from the truth. It reduces your stress, your anxiety, you become a more understanding and accepting of your situation, but most importantly, you learn how to control your thoughts, positive and negative, and you help to recognize and control your emotions. You're taking time out. Think of the last time you sat in silence and just concentrated on your breathing. Let your mind calm down to the thousands of interactions that head our way every single minute. The thousands of distracting things that change and knock us off course. I do it for 10 minutes a morning. That is it. And 10 minutes every day, and I try and do it around the same time. Now, I choose mine in the morning around 7 a.m. after I've been from a run, after I'm awake, and then let's just settle down and prepare for the day ahead. Now, what you'll find is when you speak to other people and you tell them that you are meditating and that you're trying to better yourselves, you'll often find that they will have either tried meditation or heard of the benefits of meditation, but have neither followed through with it or have never done it, because more than likely they can't find the time. Hence why we get up earlier in the morning. Now, you will see the benefits of meditation. This will probably be the most beneficial thing that you will do in your morning routine, or at any time of the day. I prefer to do it in the morning. Now, the third is practice gratitude. Now, I know when I was in this hole and I was in this kind of depression, I was thinking, I have nothing to be grateful for. I was in the exact same mindset, having the exact same thoughts. And I get and understand where you are. I get that. You sit thinking, what have I got to be grateful for? This has happened, this has happened, this has happened. But just imagine one thing and write it down, just to start you off. One thing. Now, I would give you a thing to start off with is just be grateful for waking up on the right side of the ground today. You're alive. That is a massive positive. And once you get one, try get another one. Something simple, something that you're just grateful for. And you will soon realise it's when you start to think positive and you start to realise what you're grateful for, you will soon then be able to reel them off. And it'll become easier and easier as your mindset changes and you realise, wow, I have actually got quite a few things to be positive and to be grateful for. There is someone out there that would love to be in your situation, who would scream and give anything to be how you are. Either that's healthy, either that's alive, that could be that you have a roof over your head, that you have food in the fridge. These are all things to be grateful for. And start by writing 5 things down every morning and really mean them. When you write them down, feel them from the heart and take around about 5 minutes maximum doing this. And when you write it down, think about why you were grateful for them for a couple of seconds. And you'll build on that each day and you'll just start to feel better about yourself and better about your situation. Now, with all these routines, all these techniques that I'm teaching you, I'll run through them once again. Now, we're going to wake up earlier. We're going to wake up on the first alarm. We're going to stay away from social media for at least 1 hour to clear that mindset and to clear your thoughts and to concentrate on yourself. You are then going to exercise, meditation, and then finally practice gratitude. I will stay away from leaving these things to the evening at all because excuses can creep in. I'm too tired. I've had a busy day. I just want to relax. Oh, something's on the TV. Give yourself the morning to make a real difference. Now, you are more than likely, and I still hear this voice in the back of my head. I'm not crazy. No, I'm actually a little bit crazy on here, but I'm not crazy. You will hear a little voice in the back of your mind feeding you the excuses. And if you listen and act on these excuses and follow them, you will need to refer to your reason why. Willpower will not be enough. Why are you implementing this routine? Why are you doing this? Why is this important to you? Because that is the most important thing. You'll get excuses like, oh, it's raining outside. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, I'm a little bit tired. Oh, let's go back to bed. It's easier. Don't take the easy option. The easy option will never bring you the success that you want from life. Concentrate on the why, and the why will see you through. And I'll teach you how to find your why throughout the podcasts. You are a millennial and have plenty of energy and deep down. You have the rest of your life in front of you in your future. And by implementing this mindset in your 20s and your 30s, this will set a solid foundation for your future. This will set a solid foundation for next week. Continue with this. And if you have any difficulty, if you're having any struggle, drop me a message on Instagram at Millennial Motivational Podcast. Drop me an email, millennialmotivationpodcast@hotmail.com. I'll be more than happy to help you out implementing these routines. Now, this has gone on a little bit longer than I would have liked to this podcast, but I feel it's really going to resonate with you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you for listening to the Millennial Motivation Podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you could head over to iTunes and subscribe to the show, as well as leave us a rating, that would be amazing. And if you have any questions, head over to Instagram at Millennial Motivation Podcast and drop me a DM.